Ladies and gentlemen, ladies and gentlemen, are you ready? Are you ready? Get ready, dog. This be the green light, go. Tires burn the pavement. People want to know where Mace, Pops, and Dave went. Still here, still in your ear with a style so hot, you'll see where all the sun rays went. Legs, arms, and head, all being moved in a frenzy. The blends be all the right cred, meaning credentials. Best of both worlds when we rockin' over pearls in the instrumental. Are you ready? Set, jump to the rhythm as hard as you can go. Keep it steady, to the letter right, turn it up, we giving a show. But can you rock it like rocket fuel? What you talking about, space out your mind? But can you rock it like rockets, fool? That's a close encounter of what kind? Gentlemen. When it was time to get it lit, we got it hot like fever. Sick with the talk, pass to your receiver. All about running the spot, and you know we got breath control, so no need to take a breather. Cardio kingpin, subjugate the dub play, and you know we can't wait to bring spins. A-star quizzes, A+ the final. Vocals we align, we'll move it all simultaneously over joints we rock. We earn 30 years, so you can say we got 3 turns. Live off the board, unlike you and your chess men. We installed doubt in you and your yes men. And if the game had veins, we'll insert upheaval the ground. Cause the adrenaline we blend with the sound is our thing, relieving the kings of all crowns. So are you ready? Are you set? Then jump to the rhythm as hard as you can go. Keep it steady, to the letter right. Turn it up, y'all keep the flow. But can you rock it like rocket fuel? What you talking about, space out your mind? But can you rock it like rockets, fool? That's a close encounter of what kind?
From a city that's played host to 10 Super Bowls, here's a look inside the Mercedes-Benz Superdome in New Orleans. This is what it looked like just a moment ago in the heart of New Orleans. Folks, there's no place for this noise to go in the Superdome. It is loud, and these fans are ready for football as their Saints get ready to do battle with Matt Ryan and the Atlanta Falcons. The veteran Matt Bryant set to rock and roll, and we are underway from the Superdome. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And he'll make it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line.
Ready? Yellow waiting. Check. 45 the mic. All right, D, let's turn. All right, D.
This is Alvin Kamara, who made the Pro Bowl in each of his first 2 NFL seasons. And he'll get this up to the 34-yard line.
Here we go.
A Saints first down there on a gain of 11.
And that's a run that'll energize an offensive line. They'll take that one all day long. Fundamental breakdown by the defense. You've got to be able to make plays on the edge.
From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10.
I got it.
Here's Breeze to throw. And this one complete to Smith. That throw good for 4. It's 2nd down.
Well, if you do read man coverage, Brandon, the drag route's a pretty good one to run against it because you're running away from people on it.
Ready.
4 yards on that last completion, so that sets up 2nd and 6. Breeze leaves this one with Kamara. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. Officially, it will go as a 1-yard loss, and that's going to lead to a 3rd down.
Ready. 95-56. 95-56. It's our time. It's our time. 45 the mic. 45 the mic.
Now Breeze on 3rd down. Pressure brought in, and the Falcons get there for the sack. In for the sack, Deion Jones.
Now, we talk about players blitzing all the time. I often laugh and sometimes call it just straight-ahead pursuit. What a running start right back to the backfield for him.
Yeah, it really didn't give anybody a chance to get up there and stop him.
No, I mean, that's really, really difficult. You're asking a whole lot anyway, but when he gets that kind of a start and comes through clean, oftentimes the advantage definitely goes to the defensive player.
Ryan will bring the Falcons up now, 1st and 10 at the 20. Complete to Jones. And he's going to get this one across the 30-yard line. 12 yards is the pickup. Good for a first down for the Falcons.
Ready, blue 80. Right there, 56. Tighten up. Pull it together. Shoot. Undercrush. All right, 25 tonight.
A carry for Devontae Freeman, who missed most of last season. And he went nowhere. He'll lose yardage back to the 29. They'll wind up losing 3 yards here. And that'll make this a 2nd and 13.
Down, ready, blue 80. Check 56. Record. Ready to go.
Now Ryan. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Cameron Jordan has now recorded 10 sacks on the season. Great job defensively. I think he was trying to go through his progressions, find someone to get rid of the football. Before he knew it, he was on his back.
So that just brings us right back to what you said in the beginning. A great job defensively. Nowhere to go with the football. That led to the sack.
On 3rd down, Devontae Freeman. And he got blown up on that play. Back at the 20. A loss of a yard, and it brings up 4th.
He has elite instincts from his linebacker spot. He's able to diagnose the run and flies in like a missile to stop that one behind the line of scrimmage.
The punter Bosher on now as he gets this one away. Harris to return. A big kick that time, 52 yards. And the Saints will take over with a 1st down and 10. Getting set for their next drive, the New Orleans offense. And, Charles, if the season ended today, and it's not going to, we still have December left.
More football.
We're only in November. But they would be a wild card team. And that's great. They'd be in the playoffs, but you know they're trying to bump up to be one of those division leaders.
That guarantees you at least one home game in the playoffs, and that's what you're really seeking. But there also isn't much margin for error for this team, right? Because right where they're sitting, a 2-game losing streak could have them out of the playoffs, so they've got to make sure they continue to keep the momentum going.
Absolutely. There's some sharks smelling blood in the water behind them.
Watch the pass. You're good. 5-4, ready. Check the hot read.
From the 35 on 2nd down, Breeze forced out to his left. And that's off the mark, incomplete.
Oh, I like that right there. Not only was it the right play, throwing it away like that, frankly, I think it was the only play.
Yeah, got outside of the pocket, realized he had nothing, just chucked it free.
Yeah, live to fight another down, right?
Now they face a 3rd down and 4 after that incompletion on 2nd down. From the gun, it's Breeze. Buying time to his left. This is caught by Ginn. The completion there winds up a wash, and it'll bring up 4th down.
Well, the good thing about covering any game I do with you is I know that there's no problem with rhythm. Now, what we're watching offensively, little bit of a problem there.
Yeah, punt on the first drive, looking at another one here. Just a little slow. You know, they were talking about a fast start, but that hasn't been the case.
Yeah, and let's face it, any team we cover always talks about a fast start.
That's true.
But it's not necessarily going to happen just because they say so. And whether it's the script, whether it's, just what they're going through, whether they're seeing different defenses, they're going to have to figure it out as this game moves on.
The first update now from a game going on in Cleveland, and it's the Browns out to the early advantage. We'll keep you updated on that one as it progresses. About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means they're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of first downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Yeah, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here.
Check, 280. Check, 53, Mike. Check pass, check pass.
On first down, Ryan. And finding the tight end, Hooper. Now it looks like we'll get a timeout as there's a Saints player down here on the field. We'll check on his status when we get back.
Ready, blue 80. White 25. 39. Watch the boot, watch the boot. Watch twist, watch.
They'll run here with Freeman. And the reinforcements come in as they're going to stop him behind the line. It's a loss of a yard there, and it's second down. He's hit pay dirt a lot this year, but not that time.
Yeah, I'm tracking right there with you. You're exactly right. He's found the end zone plenty of times. No way I can find any fault with the call. He may not have scored there, but of course you're going to give it to him.
Julio Jones, the lone receiver left. Back at the 5-yard line now. Second and goal. Now Ryan. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Marcus Williams. He's at the 50. He's at the 30. Past the 20. And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown.
Did I just see what I thought I saw? Did I just see what I thought? That had to be. Come on, say it for me. Say it for me. Who picked up that pass?
The free safety.
Oh, you got to have those great skills back there. Eyes, anticipation, great hands. And, of course, how about the fluid moves afterwards to take it all the way to the house?
Sounds like you're watching your old game film up here in your head.
Yeah, that's the dream I had of being that player. I just never was.
So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick six. And now the kick is away. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And nice work on the return as they'll start their drive just past the 30-yard line.
Let's go.
Trying to get one more in here before the quarter breaks.
Here we go.
Back to the air, Ryan after the pick six. And that will be incomplete. They couldn't hook up on what's going to be the final play of this first quarter. After one, 7-0 on EA Sports. Line of scrimmage, the 31, as they line up second and 10. A fake to Freeman. Now it's Ryan. And he can't find anywhere to go with it, and he goes down. Cameron Jordan in there to drop him for his 11th sack of the year.
Okay, my bias is about to come out here. A lot of people think that the offense is just moving in the wrong direction. I'd say they're moving in the right direction because the defense is pushing them back.
Former defensive guy. Now, as a quarterback, 3rd and long, you really got to rally the troops here, don't you?
Yeah, you do in a big way. And what else do you have to look out for? More pressure coming at you because it seems to be working pretty well.
That one goes for 30 yards. For an offense that has not found the end zone yet, that's a big play.
There's the spark right there. The big play that they needed. Now they've got to go ahead and finish this drive and put this ball in the end zone.
So the line of scrimmage moves all the way across the 50 now as they come up 1st and 10. This is Freeman on 1st and 10. And he's going to get this one down to the 45. Eli Apple up from his corner spot to make the play.
And Falcons fans everywhere excited that Devontae Freeman is back on the field wearing number 24 in the red and black. Remember, he went down in week 2 in 2018 with an injury and didn't return. They're hoping to see the form that led him to 1,000-yard seasons in 2015 and 2016.
Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6.
He don't know no better. Kill. He's coming. 54, stop. We got double up.
Ryan on the handoff. It's Freeman. And brought down, but able to get it to their 30-yard line. Give them 14 on that one and a 1st down.
Boy, he does it at a high level, doesn't he? Because when I watch him, I think of his vision. Straight ahead, peripheral, also has that sense of where holes are going to be before they actually open. I think that helps set him apart from many of the other backs in the league.
On the heels of that good carry by Devontae Freeman, here's 1st and 10. Now a handoff looking right. It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up 2nd down.
Brandon, all things considered, they have to feel pretty good about getting that type of a gain, considering the blitz that they just had against them.
At the 26-yard line.
Check. Ready. 280. Check. 53. Mike. So don't say nothing.
To throw on 2nd and 6, Ryan. And he will find Ridley. That's complete. And this is going to be another 1st down as the tackle's made at the Saints' 15-yard line.
Calvin Ridley more than justified his first-round selection in 2018. 64 catches as a rookie and found the end zone 10 times. Did a nice job getting open right there and picking up a 1st down.
This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. On 1st down, Freeman. And this play gets blown up. They'll lose yardage. Back at the 17. It's a loss of 2 there, bringing up 2nd down. Up front, the struggles continue for this offense among the line. What can they do? Change the play calling? What?
I think part of that, yes, changing some of the play calls, some screens, some draws, some misdirection. You want to run any type of a play that will influence these guys to continue to get upfield and find a way to use that against them and slip things in behind them. So some quick passes could work as well.
A rare misstep on that last play because the drive has been strong, but now it's 2nd and 12. Now it's Ryan. Looking for Jones, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Marcus Williams. And he'll get it all the way down inside the 35-yard line. I tell you what, credit is due there on them preventing the touchdown after that interception.
How about him chasing him down and not giving up the pick 6? Because what happens a lot of the time is when you see the interception, you just kind of hang your head a little bit and you momentarily pause because you're frustrated. He shook that off and gave great chase and got it done.
Still a great return and very good field position. And he'll be brought down. Oh, that's a face mask. Certainly looked like it. Indeed, here come the flags. Well, we looked at each other right away. We knew that flag was coming out.
And I always enjoy the conversation post because officials always tell you, I don't want to throw the flag, but you caused the play. You did it. I had to.
And now it's 1st and 10. A big mistake, especially when you factor in the personal foul yardage. Following the penalty, it's Kamara. And he'll be brought down here at the 3-yard line. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3.
And there we saw one of the downsides of blitzing during a rundown, because sometimes you get out of your gaps. You don't fit the run quite as well because you're headed towards the ball carrier with abandon.
You ain't going nowhere. Check.
On second down, Kamara. And the D not yielding much there. He's only going to get a yard to about the 2.
His path became similar to almost running a stretch play, didn't it? Trying to find a crease, anywhere to put his foot in the ground and cut back. It just never materialized.
2 minutes on the clock, second quarter, 7-0 ball game.
I'm going to come back to you.
And we'll remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll join Jonathan Coachman and the gang in Orlando. Coach will have stats and scores from the early games going on here around the NFL. Breeze looking to throw on 3rd and 2. He's got daylight. He's at the 50, the 30, 20, 10, and he will score. Touchdown, Falcons. He is a difference maker at the linebacker position. He had a pick 6 last year, remember it, but it's different for those guys, isn't it, than a corner or a safety?
It certainly is, because sometimes they're pattern reading, seeing what the receivers are doing. Sometimes they're spot dropping, just getting to a place on the field and finding the quarterback and going to the ball. But remember this, these linebackers, at one time in their life, a lot of them were running backs, and they love having the ball back in their hands and making big moves towards the end zone.
This fielded a few yards into the end zone. He'll bring it back to just about the 25. Call it the 24-yard line.
At their own 24-yard line.
The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. And following the pick 6, and they have decent field position in throwing that pick 6. We'll see how they attack this drive.
And I think all you say to your guy is, listen, let's just take care of the football a little bit better. Make some better decisions on this drive, and they'll probably help him a little bit with maybe some really high percentage throws early to let him get settled back in.
But they told him, and they told us, they've got confidence. That's not a problem.
Yeah, not a problem at all. They just want to make sure they get things settled down a little bit for their offense and give their defense a little bit of a chance to rest.
One play has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10.
Out of time, guys. Out of time. Let's get off the field. 53. Get off the field. Over. Kill.
Working from the gun, it's Breeze. He's going to loft one deep left side here. And that is incomplete. Took a shot there on 1st down, but he couldn't reel it in. Those passes out that far wide always make you hold your breath a little bit. Felt like it was in the air for a while.
What it does is it allows a defender to gain some ground, come from a long distance, and have a chance to affect the pass.
Ball on the 42 as they come up 2nd and 10. Now Breeze. He's going to look deep down the field. This time for Smith, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Keanu Neal. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. That's sort of a second quarter to forget for him. Now 2 picks in this frame.
Almost as if the first one that he threw, he couldn't shake, couldn't get it out of his head. He ends up throwing a second one as a result.
Compounds the mistake a little bit.
Yeah, you got to be able to forget, compartmentalize, whatever you want to call it, and move on. He hasn't been able to do so here in the second.
About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. Well, what's the plan of attack here? Very late second quarter, and look where the ball is.
Yeah, it's a bad spot for you, but the defense has all 3 timeouts. So what you're telling your team is ball security number 1. It's not all on the running backs if you decide to run the football. That offensive line has got to protect them and wedge out some space because you can't just kneel. They take 3 timeouts. They're going to get the ball back in good field position with a chance to put points on the board. You've got to try and get a 1st down and run out this first half.
right, 25. Check 56. Here we go. Here we go. Here we go.
On 1st and 10, it's Ryan. And he's taken down here by the Saints. Cameron Jordan racking up sack number 12 for him on the year. To try again after the sack, Ryan. This one caught by Ridley. And they work this well upfield across the 45. The Falcons going to use the second of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 21 seconds to go here in the first half. Now Ryan on 1st down. And he can't escape the pressure. Ryan goes down. Falcons going to use their third and final timeout as it'll come with 15 seconds to play in the first half. They come up on 2nd and long, and the pass protection just has not been there this afternoon. Ryan. And for the 3rd time here in this half, it's intercepted. Picked off by Eli Apple.
Intercepted. The Saints take over 1st and 10 at their own 46-yard line.
Getting set for their next drive, the New Orleans offense. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
And the first play of the drive there is incomplete. After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10.
You don't want none. Hey, you don't want to... 36. You don't want it. Mike's 5'9", Mike's 5'9". Hey, Foxtrot. Mike's 59. Mike's...
Breeze now. And he'll let it fly in the direction. It's caught inside the 25. The Saints going to call the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. So a touchdown apiece. That's what we have to show at halftime as they head to the locker room. 7-7 our score. As we send you on over to Orlando for Jonathan Coachman in our EA Sports halftime report. Take it away, Coach. Set and ready to go for the second half. 1 touchdown apiece. 7-7 our score. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully. About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. They have a chance to break our tie here as we get a look at the first drive of quarter 3.
And it's such a tone setter, isn't it? Because both sides trying to seize momentum to begin the half. What do they have dialed up that'll give them an advantage to move the ball downfield?
Let's find out what they have dialed up.
2nd and 10 at the 25-yard line.
Well, they had the run for no gain. Now they'll try again from the 25 on 2nd and 10. Again, they'll run with Freeman. And nowhere for him to go again. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage. That's it. No gain on that one as it brings up 3rd and 10. Big play coming up. Here's 3rd and 10.
I would expect to see some pressure here.
The pressure drops off as they'll look to throw. And it's complete. Hooper. And he's taken down but able to slip across the 35. 12 yards is the pickup. Good for a first down for the Falcons.
First down, Atlanta.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10.
Watch the run. Watch the run.
And now a 10th carry for Freeman. He's got a first down and then some at midfield. And a cutback, right sideline. Touchdown, Falcons! Devontae Freeman with a lucky number 13 touchdowns now on the year. And the Falcons have taken the lead. And on that long run, maybe the defense caught napping a little bit.
The concentration level may not have been there. I agree with you on that one, because those types of plays, when they result like that, they're almost like big bolts of lightning, aren't they? Whoosh, and off he goes.
That's fielded in the end zone. And the decision to come out is going to cost him 5 as he's taken down right at the 20.
Let's go.
The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. And this game was all square at halftime, but now they find themselves down 7 following the opening drive touchdown here in the 3rd quarter.
And they need to take a good, relaxing, deep breath, don't you think? Because right now they might start to feel like they've got to play catch-up here and start matching them point for point. But it's still too early to get there. They can still run their offense. Plenty of time to get back in this game.
At the 36-yard line.
Ready? Yellow lady. Check, 59. I got him.
On 1st and 10, here's Breeze. Flush to his right. And he'll get it out near the 40 to the 39. He'll get 3 yards on the scramble there. It's 2nd down.
Yeah, he only gets a few yards on 1st and 10, but he's better off doing that than throwing an incompletion, or even worse, an interception.
39-yard line.
Ready? Blue 80.
He's 59. Mike to 59.
Yeah, let's get sack lunch.
From the gun, it's a run for Kamara. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. A gain of 13. It's a 1st down.
Sometimes it's hard to believe, but there are times this game is about patience, isn't it? Has had the game he expected, but that run there, that may get him going.
I was just going to say, maybe that gives him a little juice, because you're right, he struggled, especially in that 1st half.
Yeah, and I know the great ones always think to themselves, just hang in there. I'm just one big carry away from busting this open. That's a good start for him.
And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. The Saints 1st down there on a gain of 11.
They really love to get him into one-on-one opportunities, and this is one way. Work him out of the slot and create a mismatch. Who's going to cover him? Corner, safety, linebacker? He's got a way to beat all of those positions.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Shotgun now for Breeze. And the coverage terrific there as that's knocked down and incomplete. Jared Cook, the tight end, was the target. And it's 2nd down.
It's always a battle. Who's going to win on 1st down, the offense or the defense? Let's face it, if you've got the ball, 4 yards or more on 1st down is what you're aiming for. They tried to throw for it there. Nice effort to knock that one away and bring up 2nd down.
Line of scrimmage, again the 37 as they line up 2nd and 10.
59. Mike's 59.
Now Breeze. He's going to air one out. And he's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. Ricardo Allen with a pick. And he'll go down inside the 15 at his own 13-yard line.
Ready? Yellow lady. Mike 45. Watch the curl. Watch the curl.
Here's Breeze. Again has it complete. And he'll take it into the end zone for the Saints touchdown. Ted Ginn, his 4th touchdown on the year, as they are an extra point away now from tying this football game. Lutz to try to add the PAT. And we've got a good one brewing. We're all knotted up at 14. Nothing separating these two teams on the scoreboard as the kick's away here. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And he'll wind up getting an extra couple yards here for his trouble as he'll bring this one out to the 27. About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. A big hitter there, a first down gain of 26 yards.
And the Falcons first down.
So in Saints territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 47.
Watch safety creep. Watch safety creeping. Safety creeping.
They run. Devontae Freeman. And he's going to get this one down near the 45-yard line. Demario Davis, who was the Saints' leading tackler in his first year in New Orleans, in on the stop.
It's 2nd and 8 at the 45-yard line.
Mike, ready, 56. I'm trying to collect.
From the 45 on 2nd down. Ryan, blitz coming, and down he goes. Cameron Jordan, he's the culprit, and that is now his 13th sack of the season as his great year continues.
3rd and 14.
So the sack pushes him back, and now 3rd and long for Ryan and the Falcons. Here's Ryan. This complete to Jones. And past the 35, he'll be dropped a yard or two shy of the 30. And the play goes for 19 yards, gives him a new set of downs.
First down, Falcons.
Under a minute to go in this 3rd quarter as they come up 1st and 10.
Check. Check out. Ready, set.
They'll run on 1st down. It's Freeman, and only able to get 2 here. Stopped at the 30.
Well, he was looking for some running room, and there wasn't a whole lot of it there on that play. I think he was lucky to get a couple yards out of it because those defenders, they were rallying to the football pretty quickly.
Mike, number 53. Mike, 53. Here we go, D. Get up.
Ryan now off the bootleg. And he's going to be taken down back around the 35-yard line. Cameron Jordan in there to get him. Sack number 14 for him on the year. And that is going to do it for this 3rd quarter of action. We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. So the sack pushes him back, and now 3rd and long for Ryan and the Falcons. Off the play fake to Freeman. It's Ryan. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
They went with a dime look on defense. 2 extra defensive backs on the field and covered up essentially every blade of grass. That allowed them to disrupt the play.
And this one is right down Broadway. And they take a 17-14 lead. So the drive here ends with a field goal. It does give them the lead, but this one's still certainly a long ways from over.
It definitely puts a lot of pressure on your defense to hold the lead, right? They're happy to have it and happy to be out there trying to do so. But I know as a former player, in the back of their mind, they're thinking, why don't you score the touchdown and seal this thing?
And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. Getting set for their next drive, the New Orleans offense. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
It's now 2nd and 6 at the 26-yard line.
Drew Brees, 6 fourth-quarter comebacks a season ago, and that led the NFL. He'll try to deliver another one. To throw on 2nd and 6. Brees. And the Falcons get there. The Falcons get the sack. Down he goes. Grady Jarrett making his presence felt. He gets the sack. Third and long now after the sack of Brees, and the Saints up against it here.
What we got? Check. Hey, exit.
Brees going to throw. That's to his running back. It's Alvin Kamara. And he'll be corralled well upfield right around the 40-yard line. 23 yards on the play.
That's good for the Saints.
I know most of the time when the ball's in the air, you're thinking wide receiver, tight end, but running backs, they can be a big part of any passing offense nowadays.
Brees now, 5 straight completions here in this second half. 1st and 10.
Check 99.
He's crossed 6-6. Pull it high. Hey, easy.
Toss play, Kamara. And he'll push this forward only to about the 42-yard line. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
Well, they had that one sniffed out. Excellent run blitz. Stop that one for a short gain.
What makes a good run blitz a good run blitz?
The ability to stay on task, to follow up your assignment, go to the gap you're supposed to cover, and not be deterred by anything else.
Ready up.
59. Mike's 59. It's going to be a long day.
61. Matchbox lights.
They run it for the first time with a backup Murray. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. It's a first down on a gain of 10.
Well, partner, I know this type of running back. I mean, this size, this intensity usually gets better as the game goes on. I can just tell you from experience, the first few quarters, oh, you're eager. You come running up there, I'm going to tackle this guy. By the 4th quarter, you're coming up and thinking about it.
And D-line, and he's going to go down. They sack him back at the 42. The sack coming from Adrian Claiborne off the edge.
Hindsight is 20/20, partner. Maybe they should have kept it on the ground again.
Well, it almost looked like the O-line was run blocking again. I mean, they opened up a big hole last time. This time they opened up a hole, and the quarterback got sacked. Got to imagine the pass rush will be equally intense here on 2nd down following the sack. It's 2nd and 18. The throw right sideline here is complete. That catch good for 5. It's 3rd down.
It's a game of matchups, and that's why you take your receivers and move them around a bunch, especially your best guys. And when they work out of the slot, you often hear the coaches talk about how great it is because it gives you a two-way go. You can break out or you can break in. That makes it hard to defend.
Possibly a turning point. Big play coming. This is 3rd and long. From the gun, it's Breeze. He gets it to Thomas. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. And that's going to be good for another first down as the tackle's made at the Falcons' 38-yard line.
And the Saints, first down. 1st and 10 at the 38-yard line.
Breeze now perfect since the second half started. 7 of 7. It's 1st and 10.
Hey, break it down, fellas. Break it down.
To throw, it's Breeze. And, a crusher there as it's intercepted. Ricardo Allen with a pick. He was trying to hit Thomas that time.
Oh, man, Brandon, not a real good throw that time. It looked like he tried to put a little too much air under this one, and it turned into a floater. And defensively, this is a dream. He could have fair caught that one. That was way too easy.
About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. They get the crucial turnover, just huge, but now they've got the football deep in their own territory, and you got to be careful because if you give it right back, there goes your lead.
Have to be extremely happy with their defense. They received a gift. That takeaway, even though they're deep in their own territory, now they have the football. And you know there's always that alpha on defense, that grouchy guy. Forget what the coaches said. I'll guarantee you, he told the quarterback, we just took care of you. Now you take care of us.
So now they have to contend with 2nd and 13 after the first down run goes backwards. Freeman again. And he will take this up to about the 8-yard line. And this defense here going to burn their second timeout. But you can also factor in another timeout that they'll get when the clock stops at the 2-minute warning. Possibly a turning point. Big play coming. This is 3rd and long. They go play action now. Ryan looking deep for Julio. He's got a man complete. And they work this well upfield across the 45. An explosive 38-yard pickup.
First down, Atlanta.
Three points separating these two sides with 2 minutes left to go in the fourth. So it's Falcon football as we welcome you back. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to take it over. Now Freeman, he's been busy today. And nowhere really to go there. He'll take this up just shy of midfield. So fresh out of the 2-minute warning, and here's another timeout taken with 1:55 remaining. This, in all probability, another run here on 2nd and 8. They'll keep it on the ground. Freeman a first down and more. Devontae Freeman, they're not going to get him. Touchdown, Falcons. Devontae Freeman, his second touchdown of the afternoon. And the Falcons push further out in front. And it's blocked. That's a live ball scooped up by the offense.
We gonna shut y'all down.
So after the block PAT, they're ready to kick this one off. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And he'll get across the 20 before he's brought down at about the 23-yard line.
at their own 23-yard line.
The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. And with 3 interceptions thrown already, we'll see. Do they rely more on the ground game here?
They may have to change things offensively to try and settle things down, not just for the guy throwing the ball, but for the rest of the offensive unit, because his confidence has to be shaken a little bit. And you just wonder, is the backup going to start to warm up a little bit over on the sideline?
And this is intercepted, and that should do it. Picked off at the 47. There he goes left side. And he takes this one back into the end zone, and the Falcon defense has a touchdown. Here's Bryant for the extra point. And that one could be important, as that makes this a 16-point lead.
Makes the score Falcons 30, Saints 14.
So they throw the pick six. They'll get another shot at it now, as this one's in the air. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And he'll get it up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25.
At their own 26-yard line.
Getting set for their next drive, the New Orleans offense. And they've sort of lost their way, partner. How do they recalibrate and get this proverbial train back on track?
Well, this is where leadership really comes into play. How's the head coach handling it? The offensive coordinator? Sometimes they just make a joke. All right, guys, had your fun? All right.
Throw it out the window.
Yeah, let's get back on track here. And sometimes that'll work just fine.
I guess it's time now to lean on that leadership. A 3-yard loss to start the drive. They'll look to make that up and then some on 2nd and 13. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. That's incomplete. Nearly another pick. My goodness. Tried to go for the big one there on 2nd down. Now they're likely down to their final 2 plays.
And you know they've got to keep going for the big shot, right? So defensively, you play what they call top down. Nothing behind you. Make everything get completed in front.
Open man is Michael Thomas. And he's taken down right at the 45-yard line. Give him 32 on the play.
That's a real nice job right there, working the middle of the field, working against those safeties. And you know, partner, if you get your hips turned the wrong way, big plays can result.
And a big play result. Pressure, and he's going to be taken down. They sack him back right around the 44. So time runs out. It's a victory for the Atlanta Falcons. And they were buoyed, Charles, by a big second half that put this one on ice.
So you get the sense that whatever was said at halftime obviously hit home. I think it's a little bit more than that, though. Obviously, there are words that are said, and, hey, come on, guys, we have to play better. But sometimes it's just sharpening your execution, sharpening your focus, and maybe doing the things you practiced all week without major adjustments, just doing them better. And that got it done in this one.
So for Atlanta, the win gets them back over 500 at 5-4 on the year. And they'll have another road date next week with the Carolina Panthers. Meanwhile, for New Orleans, the loss will drop them to 6-3 now on the year. And they'll try to get back on the beam next week as they'll head to Tampa to take on the Bucs. So for our entire crew, alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Thanks for watching, everybody. We'll see you next time.